Hi everyone and welcome to the ultimate book weekend. I'm staying at a garden and I brought a lot of books with me, so obviously we have to do the perfect summer reading weekend. Before I get into my summer TBR, I really want to finish The Wicked King, which is part of the Folk of the Air series that I really love, and then we're gonna get into my summer TBR. The book I'm most excited for is probably just for the summer, and we're also gonna do The Guest or The House Guest by Emma Cline, which I'm also very much looking forward to. And then there's also a bookshop nearby that I've never been to before, so we're definitely gonna visit that. So it's just gonna be the perfect reading summer weekend and I'm very excited. So let's get started with The Wicked King. This is Welby reading. I have my swimsuit, tanning oil, a hat, the dog obviously, and a little pond over here. It's starting to rain, I don't know if you can tell, but I fear my outside time is over for today. I am about halfway done with The Wicked King and I love this series so much because it is so much like politics but also very easy to understand, and the way that the author describes the characters, like they're not just humans but they look a bit different. They're like kind of ugly or like horrible different, like they have like horns and tails and they're like blue and green and I don't know, they have like fish scales and everything, and I think it's so interesting because it really gets my imagination going, because I can't just, you know, picture random people. You have to actually put like the people together in your head, and it's so interesting and I really like this series and I'm hoping that I can finish this today. I have high hopes because it's only like noon, but yeah, it's raining so I need to go inside like now. The sun is back and we have ice cream. Let's keep reading. Her hobby and my hobby. Today is such a perfect like summer day. I just had a nap in the sunshine. I'm sure I'm so tan at this point. So I have about 80 pages to go, which means I should be done in a little over an hour, and that means I can start a new book today. Actually not start a new one, but I can start finishing another book because I have currently Twilight unfinished and then Malibu Rising still, and also Time Shelter, which I've been putting off for months. So I should really get to all of those because I do really want to start my summer TBR with, I think it's called The House Guest and Big Swiss, and then obviously Funny Story and Just for the Summer. Can't remember the rest of them right now. I just finished The Wicked King, 4 stars. It was really good. This time I did absolutely not see the plot twist in like the last chapter coming. So good. I'm so interested to see where it goes. And the titles, like the book titles, make so much more sense as you read it. Obviously the Cruel Prince was kind of obvious. This one was a little bit obvious in the beginning, but now it just fits perfectly. And so I'm very excited to see what the Queen of Nothing brings. And yeah, I'm just very happy that I finally finished this and then I can move on to the next one. Today I want to start out with crocheting a book cover. I've been obsessed with crocheting for the longest time now, and I just thought it would be perfect today to sit outside and listen to the Malibu Rising audiobook, which I should have about 40 minutes left, and then crochet in the meantime. And then once I finished Malibu Rising I can get to my actual like summer TBR. Malibu Rising obviously is like a summer book, but then I can start some new ones, and then I also want to go to the bookshop today and see where the day takes us. Good morning. Hi. I finished Malibu Rising. It was really good. Not as good as Taylor Jenkins Reid's other books, so it is 4 stars, not 5 like the rest, but I still really enjoyed the like fire theme throughout, and obviously the setup with the different timestamps and jumps in time, and then the big reveal at the end. Really good. And now I'm just planning to head into town to the bookshop and to buy probably a watermelon or some other type of fruit. I love a good random shopping trip. We have my huge watermelon and then 2 books that I'm gonna show you. I did get The House That Horror Built by Christina Henry. I have another book of hers, but in my advent calendars I haven't read anything of hers yet, and this one is set in Chicago, which is perfect for this year because I'm going to Chicago soon. And then I also got How the King of Elfhame Learned to Hate Stories, because I love this series so much, and this is kind of a more or less novella, I think. I don't know, it's like short stories, I believe. And this is the only book that I'm still missing. Obviously, I'm not close to done with the series, but I really wanted to have this too because it's so beautiful and it has like these really beautiful illustrations, so I just needed to have this. And also these books are both in English, which is a foreign language in my country, and they had 10% off foreign language books, so obviously I had to get some. I'm back, and as my next book I've decided to go with The Guest by Emma Cline. This book is about Alex, a young woman who I think gets broken up with in the Hamptons, and then she's supposed to go back to the city, but she doesn't. She like schemes and does stuff that I don't know yet, obviously, because I haven't read the book, but it sounds very interesting, and it's one of my kind of different summer reads because apparently it makes you feel like sticky and uncomfortable like a day in August. So I'm very excited to start it, and yeah, let's get started. I had to think about my opinions for the book for a sec because it's not super different. I've read books similar to this before, at least that they like books that give off the same vibe. For me, it was similar to The Talented Mr. Ripley, the vibe that gives off. Gallowglass was also a little bit similar, and then there's one more that I can't think of right now. I have come to the conclusion that I really loved it. 5 stars. The ending is very different. That's what I actually did not expect at all. That's also the reason why I had to think about it, because for it to end the way that it did, it was a little bit frustrating, honestly. But it's also kind of perfectly fitting for the story, the way that it did end. I think that a different ending would have made it not so special. It's kind of difficult to say something without spoiling anything, but I really highly recommend reading this in the summer because it just feels very like hot and sticky and kind of a little bit like stressed out, and it's just a perfect summer book. It's not like a cute summer book, even though it's like in the Hamptons in summer. It's stressful. Nothing really super dramatic happens, but it's just very stressful. But I can really recommend it. I really like it so much, and also the cover is very beautiful. I think it's also very fitting with the drowning in your surroundings and everything. That's all I'm gonna read for today. We're gonna head out for some ice cream now, and then I'll see you back tomorrow morning. Good morning, it is time to start a new book, and finally we can start the summer TBR. I'm gonna start it with Just for the Summer because I've been looking forward to this so much, and I read the parts that would come before this recently, and I really want to, you know, remember all of the people, because what's the point of reading a series if you don't remember? But I also just wanted to show you my breakfast. This is half a watermelon. I didn't know it was gonna be this much, but I am very excited because watermelons are just summer to me, and it also kind of matches with the color of the book, so that's always good. But yeah, I'm gonna start reading this. I loved the first 2 books. I think the first one was 4 stars and the second 4 or 5. I really enjoy Abby Jimenez's writing style and the characters, and I'm very excited. And so far all of the books that I've read have been really good this weekend, so I have high hopes just because, I don't know, just because of the vibes, you know. I only just read the like little introduction of the Am I the Asshole Reddit thing, I think, and it's so funny, and I can already tell this book is gonna be really good. So it's about this guy who dates girls, and after they like break up they find their soulmate every time, and I think the girl in the book has the same problem, and then they decide to date each other in hopes of finding their soulmates like after each other, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be them, you know. I am about 100 pages in, and I really like the book so far. I really like their like connection. We're not very far in. They've just had their first date. I guess it's not actually over yet, so I don't really know too much about them yet, but the way they've interacted so far I really enjoy. And I always love the like phone calls and all of these like different communication styles that Abby Jimenez always puts in there, and with yours truly it was the letters that were so sweet. So I just really liked it, and I have a feeling that's gonna be a really good book. More and more people from the previous books are reappearing right now. Neil made an appearance. Well, he actually did already make an appearance in a different setting, but now they're like actually involved with him, and I think it's so funny. I think it's a good idea to read the books in order, just because you get so much more like information, and then it's just so much more fun, and I love it. I mean, obviously Neil is not a person that I particularly like, but it's so fun having like his backstory and knowing a little bit about like his past relationships and his personality when they're just meeting him, and I'm like, I know stuff about him and I'm suspicious and I don't like him, but it's so much fun. I finished Just for the Summer last night. I had tears in my eyes a couple of times. Abby Jimenez has like this special writing style of writing in people's family problems, and it just hits me every single time. I am obsessed with them as a couple. I think this is the best book of the series because there's just nothing, absolutely nothing that bothered me. There was no like weird age gap, no like frustration that they're not communicating with each other or anything. I just loved everything about this book. The parents, especially, both of them have difficult relationships with their moms, and you would maybe think that it would be kind of an unnecessary like side plot to the book, but it was written in a way that it was so important to the story and to their characters and their upbringing, and I just loved it so much. 5 stars, obviously. I can't wait for Abby Jimenez to release new books. I'm definitely gonna try to read some of her older ones, and I just love this so much. And I also decided to split this video in 2 parts because I still have like 4 books with me, and if I would have everything in one part, it would be really long. So thank you so much for watching part 1 of the ultimate summer reading vlog. I'm gonna definitely include funny story, probably Big Swiss, and then I also have When in Rome with me, and I might go back to the bookshop because I got another coupon, so you never know what happens at the bookshop. And I'm just very happy about this like whole weekend and the days that we're here, and I can just enjoy the sunshine and just do what I love to do, which is reading and laying in the sunshine with my dog. And yeah, as I mentioned, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one very soon.